Hello and welcome back to the Boston Commune.
This week's Incredulous installment will feature commentary from Comrade Scott, Joe, Chava, and myself. As the Suffolk County election results roll in, we discuss the economic implications of COVID relief, the fostering of reactionary tendencies as America annually relives the 9/11 attacks, how AOC blew up the Twitter sphere, and where the Bears go when they want to put their feet up for 45 minutes or so. And then we are possessed by Marge Simpson. Fuck.
Please do us a favor, share this content, do yourself a favor, enjoy your evening.
Because pegging, of course, is an obscure sexual practice in which women perform the more aggressive sexual act on men. Peg the patriarchy, right?
The more aggressive sexual act.
Yeah.
Breaking news. Michelle Wu won East Boston, so I can't be blamed for how this pans out.
Yay! Wait, how do I figure out if I'm looking at this page?
I mean, I got a personal message from my comrade in Eastie, who I saw this afternoon, so, you know. I got the inside track. Sorry,
Inside
guys.
baseball.
Yep.
I just went to the website and 0% of precincts are reporting, so.
I'm in the sausage factory, unfortunately, folks. Yeah, Joe, talk about this too early to tell 0.39% reporting fucking thing. Jesus Christ. You don't even live in Boston.
It's called an election.
I don't have to live in Boston to be paying semi-attention to what's going on.
No.
So
okay, here's a real question. Do you guys have a transit system out there?
Well, I mean, yes and no. We have the LRTA, which is like some buses, but like we don't actually have any trains. If you're at, well, we do have like one commuter rail stop. That's pretty much it.
Okay. In Gloucester, we had CATA, the Cape Ann Transportation Authority.
We have the Lowell Regional Transit Authority, which is like buses around Lowell, and so there are some buses around.
But
we have the last stop on the Lowell line of the commuter rail on the other side of town, closer to where my parents live. But that's pretty much it.
No, I can see why you would have interest. I mean, like if Wu does win, then maybe there'll be a ripple effect where people see if some sort of a free transit in their community works. Oh my god, maybe it spreads.
Free to tea.
Or
that would make.
There's a bunch of mayors that become Asian. That would be cooler.
I don't want to laugh.
That would be cool because like all of the mayors of Lowell are all like Irish white guys.
Oh,
which means you yourself could be mayor of Lowell.
It's like imagine Marty Walsh but worse, and then you get Lowell. Which is really sad because Lowell's a majority non-white city.
Yeah, that was awesome.
It was.
Agreed.
Carlene, get an action shot of me in action for the clapper.
The clapper.
Yeah, we're gonna clap back
at us.
Clap back at us, folks.
You can do that.
Joe has no idea what we're talking about.
Joe,
I'm still convinced that clapper sounds like a venereal disease in the 19th century.
I mean, well, there's the clap.
Yeah, that's right. Yes.
Don't want it.
Anyways, what are we talking about? The mayoral race? What the fuck just happened? Okay. Talk about the bigger thing.
Kidding. That was fantastic.
That was really great.
So,
anyways,
we digress to, there's like 1.5 good candidates. I said Andrew Cannibal, like halfway there. Michelle Wu's the only truly good candidate in the race. And there are a ton of really shitty candidates, ranging from Kim Janey to and Yusuf Sabi George.
If the dial of ideas was turned to low for the last few years, it's quickly moving into the hot position.
That's what they say. Yeah, talk about...
We've been getting bombarded with radio ads for Asabi George up in Lowell. Or it's like the former police commissioner of Boston being like, you should vote for her. And it's like, if I were living in Boston, you making an ad supporting a candidate would literally be like the opposite of an endorsement. Like, okay, now I know not to vote for this person.
Scott, was I just hearing you wrong, or did you keep referring to Anissa Asabi George as Wasabi George?
I think I accidentally did say that once.
Okay. It seems like a thing you would do on purpose.
I apologize, folks. Yeah, she sucks. Her husband is a slumlord bad. She was a teacher in East Boston, so a lot of people liked her in East Boston, but she lost East Boston, so eat it, you fucks. I was right when I said Wu was going to win. You told me I was wrong! She won East Boston, so go fuck yourself. Anyways, Joe.
Yes.
It's too early in this fight to really tell you anything, and listener, we'll update you if anything exciting happens, but we're not promising.
No, we won't.
I will.
What are you talking
about? What are you going to do?
Page open.
Okay.
I said
you mean throughout the episode?
Show.
Okay, I got you.
Okay.
Later. I'm not going to that's their responsibility. Fuck
You're
them.
not going to go on our Twitter account.
And it's Seabiscuit in the lead.
If we don't tell you how it ends, it's your responsibility to find out on your own. Sorry. But yeah. Talk about the census and the findings, the obvious fucking results. Jesus.
Helping people good.
Helping people good. Giving more tax breaks to rich people and corporations and slumlords, not so good.
Oh, you don't say.
So, the poverty rate actually...
Karl Marx.
He's been dead for like 150 years, and even he was right about that.
He's right about a lot of things.
Yeah, he was right about pretty much everything. I mean...
I know, it's amazing.
Wait, I have a joke.
So,
ready? Why is Helen Keller a bad driver?
Because she's a woman.
Because she's dead.
Oh, okay.
Didn't go the way I thought it was going to go, but actually, pretty funny. Okay.
I thought you were going to say it's because she was a socialist, but
Well, is that a trope? Socialists can't drive?
We can't drive.
I mean, I'm a living refutation of that.
I drive my car for a fucking living.
Despite the fact that over 20 million people lost their jobs last year, the poverty rate actually dropped 2.6%. Why? Because the government was giving everybody $1,800 checks. No strings attached. Surprise, surprise! That's actually a good thing.
No strings attached.
Actually, despite the fact that there were 37 million Americans below the poverty line last year, the poverty rate dropped almost 3%, and 2 rounds of stimulus checks actually lifted 11.7 million people out of poverty last year. Expanded unemployment benefits also lifted 5.5 million people out of poverty and decreased poverty across all racial groups and age groups, according to the Census Bureau.
So, God damn it. So the last year was the perfect proof that these fucking programs, work. And, any other argument against it is fucking just ideological fucking fairy dust. Come on.
Yeah,
exactly.
This is how it works in the middle of a pandemic. This is in the
worst possible case
situation.
Scenario.
Yeah.
So, if it's this effective in the worst fucking possible scenario, then, in all seriousness, it can't be actually, seriously argued that it won't work. Once things, get back to a semblance of normality, because we already made it work in the worst possible scenario, in the worst economic crisis in the literal entire history of this country. Sure, it's a country that's rotten to the core, and always has been. It's had some rough moments, and this one takes the cake, and we still fucking figured it out. And this is only counting the 2 checks that came out last year, not the one that happened at the beginning of this year. So $1,800 checks, $600 a week in unemployment benefits, which is about equivalent to $15 an hour for 4 months out of last year. Out-of-work adults would be able to collect unemployment benefits, well, as of now, only able to collect $230 a week. And yet, still, it lifted millions of people out of poverty.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that household incomes declined by 3% last year. Household incomes declined, health insurance coverage dropped a little bit.
Wow.
20 million people lost their jobs. And yet, poverty dropped across pretty much every single demographic. Because we were just giving people money, no strings attached. It's literally the greatest possible endorsement of universal programs. And possibly the greatest indictment of means testing.
And you want to know what nobody talked about, or is talking about? A fucking deficit. So just proves that no one really gives a fuck. No, it just shows that no one gives a shit. And it's just a fucking dumb argument that is like wielded like it's a fucking empty signifier. The deficit doesn't mean shit.
There were people that ran on it partially, like Buttigieg, and he lost horribly. So.
Yeah, but they're not talking about like the deficit in relation to like how we're paying for like the COVID assistance.
Or all the endless wars that we do.
Yeah, like no one gives a shit. Again, like no one gives a shit about these things. Like, so it's all just ideological bullshit. I don't know. I'm just it's nice to hear. Sorry.
You're enraged by this good news.
I'm enraged by this good news that I'm gonna have an angry orgasm. I don't know. No.
That's the best kind.
I'm gonna have a rage-gasm, you know.
He's got a raging heart-on, so we can have his rage-gasm.
Just like the country felt after 9/11, and how the fuck was that for a transition?
Hey-o.
Joe, I'm actually very curious what you're going to talk about. I want to hear what you have to say.
I do support the argument that basically drove every adult insane.
It drove fucking more people than just the adults insane. I remember, like, classmates talking about, like, the relative size of Afghanistan to our country and how we could easily destroy the country. It was pretty disturbing.
I was only 5 when it happened, so...
I was 14, so...
I have a vague memory of it happening, but, like... I wasn't really old enough to truly comprehend what was happening.
Nobody could, really.
I've felt this for at least the past decade, that, like, our country has this unhealthy obsession with 9/11.
Well, yeah. We have an unhealthy obsession with, like...
many things.
With death and, like, watching us be destroyed in, like, a very extravagant kind of theatrical way.
There's a lot of, like, speculation about what would happen if 9/11 happened today, like how the people would react, and I am not entirely convinced that there wouldn't be a bunch of people saying, like, well, we fucking deserve it at this point, like...
I mean, well, COVID.
Kinda, on some level.
COVID is technically a 9/11 every day, and, like, we're fucking numb and blasé to it. I mean, I think that's what would happen, is we would just be like, well, another fucking shit thing in, like, the shit parade that is existence.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean...
It's always something.
Yeah.
I mean, my reaction to when, like, a telephone blew up at work, fuck, what now?
With 9/11, the response was, well, the Bush administration knew about it and they didn't do anything. And now it's, oh, well... Trump administration knew about it and they didn't do anything.
Yeah.
One way to demonize the Middle East and then the other is to demonize Asia. I did a terrible job of elaborating on this. Disasters on domestic soil remind people that the government is supposed to be doing something to protect them. The neoliberal order is established and upheld in part through obscuring the public sector from the people it serves. Most Americans don't expect safety in the form of, for instance, public transit with dedicated routes and open spaces for pedestrians, rather than streets packed with personal vehicles, or healthcare clinics which are universally accessible, free of cost, and oriented toward patient outcomes, rather than a private oligopoly oriented toward profit, or public housing with access to clean air, clean water, solar panels, and produce from community gardens, rather than the small empires of landlords, Aquafina, diesel fumes, and prepackaged meals. No, this is supposed to be the responsibility of the citizen. If one expects to live in a utopia, then one must earn enough to buy a house in the suburbs and see to it that nobody interferes, government employee or otherwise. The government, and its role in keeping us safe, is instead represented by overfunded police departments and, of course, the military. We're taught to expect that when something bad happens, it's up to men with guns to inflict violence and punishment upon the problem. In the context of the September 11th attacks and the COVID-19 pandemic, we exercise this tendency by blaming the leaders of empire for failing to kill the problem before the problem could find us. Maybe if we had spent more time on improving civil life, rather than incentivizing civilians to become instruments of state violence, we would at least have different disasters to contend with, and a more robust public sector to prevent them from happening in the future.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And the people who have decided to go insane have gone insane. I mean, but at the same time, if you have an outsider perspective, like, at least the liberals have very much accepted, like, the ideology of the vaccine. But again, there is also a materialist argument to why you should get vaccinated, which you should. Anyways, But yeah, like, people have gone insane. There's fucking, like, Joe Rogan's taking horse dewormer. Like, we're kind of in the same situation, but in a very, like, weird... We're basically in a purgatory version of 9/11, but in, like, this is, like, the cosmic justice that we've kind of deserved for how we acted. And it's just going to get worse. If any of these things mean anything.
It's kind of neat how both sides of the political spectrum have their horse drug of choice. Because you have the left in their fondness for Special K, and then you have the right with ivermectin.
I didn't know ketamine was like a
what?
purely leftist thing.
Apparently there's a tendency.
I mean, I love me my ketamine, but...
Yeah. I've never met anybody who does ketamine who wasn't a leftist, but I think that's more of a factor of the fact that I don't really know anybody who's not at least kind of...
because you don't hang out with fucking conservatives, probably.
Exactly.
Yeah. They're too busy.
Yeah, you guys are missing out, because they are
what do conservatives do?
Stocks.
Well, I mean...
Yeah, stocks are big thing with conservatives.
Cocaine.
Yeah, and then, like...
Alcohol, cocaine, and
I
stocks.
guess, but like a lot of those Midwestern dudes...
You're right, hard liquor and
But a lot
coke.
of those Midwestern dudes are... Okay, yeah. Hard liquor,
Absolutely
because a lot of those
the
Midwestern
right-wing
dudes are sluggish
vice.
as fuck.
Stocks, though.
The guys who make those
I cannot
videos in their
emphasize that
trucks.
enough. Stocks,
Yeah,
pickup trucks, and gambling. And also copious amounts of alcohol.
Yeah.
Your
In
stock
my
trading
extensive
can be
experience
addicting.
among conservatives, that's definitely... Those are the big hits right there.
Oh, wait, no. I'm sorry.
Cocaine.
Josh Homey is a bad person. Never mind. Fuck. Fuck. Sorry. Anyways. 9/11.
I will say 9/11, we talked about this a couple weeks ago, or at least the episode that I listened to that I wasn't here for. Sarah was talking about, like, the hypothetical about there being, like, father and son who were, like, serving in Iraq together. And it actually did happen where there was a guy who was serving in Iraq, and then, like, his son, who was born after 9/11, joined the army and was serving alongside him in country. I think it was the Times wrote a story about it, and it's like, man, that's the sign that, like, we've really fucked up as a country.
Yep.
Well, the contractors got their money's worth.
Oh, they're never leaving.
Love it both, folks.
Or I should say the contractors got their money because they didn't pay anything.
We love it. We don't love it. It's not good.
We don't.
You can argue that the opposite of love is what we feel.
We don't love it.
Positive towards this now. But there are people who love it.
And they can go fuck themselves.
So, Joe.
Yes.
Last night, there was a little thing called the Met Gala, which is a disgusting parade of...
opulence.
Oh, we're getting
opulence
fucking
and flaunting.
Juicy on the EPOP today.
Flopulence.
Ladies and gents. And
we're getting bitchy tonight, folks. So who is the best dressed? No, so AOC wore a dress that said tax the rich, and Twitter fucking lost their mind. There were people I saw people posting like 43 tweet long threads to fucking AOC, trying to use like things that Marx and like other people wrote to like explain why she's like a liberal and why she shouldn't have gone. And it was, anyways, everyone went insane. And it's not that I necessarily...
Me. I was more or less annoyed by it.
I wasn't done. Not necessarily entirely, but I do agree with certain aspects of those arguments. But Joe, you say that it's not a big deal, and you would disagree. So go off.
So I disagree with the Fisher argument in the case of AOC. I don't think she's a lib. I just think people get off on like being morally superior. Like, frankly, that's part of it. It's not all of it. But that is somewhat an element of it to some degree. People just like complaining. But
element.
For me, I personally like having. Okay. Sorry. I personally like having a popular and charismatic figure championing politics I agree with to a broader public, because you'll get normies like people like my mom. They'll see that and like, oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah, we should tax rich people more. Like people who aren't plugged into like leftist politics who'll be like, oh yeah, we should actually tax rich people more.
It's amazing though that that's what it takes.
Yeah,
a fucking gala.
It's the society we are in, but
we live in a psychologically stilted country. Like most normies will look at the Met Gala and be like, it's kind of gross, but like, I should take myself out of this. Most normies might look at the Met Gala and be like, oh, look at the beautiful dresses, look at all this. And so seeing that has a positive effect because like it was the most Googled thing today. Like tax the rich, the fucking phrase was the most Googled search today, which is interesting. But what AOC did, like, isn't going to make any change. Like, it's going to raise a consciousness a little bit, but, like, it's not going to, like, so yes, you do, I think there is, like, a kind of, like, a way you can get in to kind of disagree with Fisher, because, like, yeah, like you said, like, your mom is thinking about it, like, people are thinking about it, normies are fucking searching it on fucking Google, so, like, you know.
In all of the direct actions that I have helped organize, one of the primary goals was to generate media exposure for the thing that we were trying to do, and if you look at it from that point of view, it was wildly successful because everybody's fucking talking about it. As Scott has already said, Twitter lost their fucking mind. I made the mistake of going on Twitter for 5 minutes last night and instantly regretting it because it's just everybody and their brother just whining about AOC. I don't know how Scott is able to wade through the endless cesspool that is Twitter, because I know I can't do it for more than like 10 minutes a day without just getting more irritated than I already am.
You read news for us, bro. That takes more gumption.
Yeah, I can't do that or go on Twitter. I can't do either.
I have like 10 years of tolerance, though. I have a tolerance to it.
Well, Scott's probably been in the tech media sphere for an equivalent length of time.
Yeah,
so for me, like, reading the news doesn't really bother me that much.
Scott is dead inside, Joe.
Yeah. He's completely dead.
Yeah.
Just let him get out.
Yeah.
I'm just dead inside in different ways, son.
If I may.
Scott's fucking entitled.
So
okay?
I don't know, dude. No, like this morning, I was like, I read this really long thread that was like all this shit, and I was like, okay, like everybody calm the fuck down. Like who cares? You know?
Yeah, like my view on it was like, who the fuck cares? Like, I have more immediate things to worry about. Like, why am I feeling a pain in my side? Is it my kidney? Is it my back? I don't know. I didn't even know the Met was happening until I went on Twitter.
Oh yeah, it's an awful thing. The working class should be allowed to shoot at the Met Gala with cameras. Wink, wink. No, I'm kidding. Everybody, like all those people, all those, just let's just get some fucking like fucking like. And I hope Jesse is bleeping this out, and we just fucking. I'm sorry.
I mean, I'm indifferent to basically all of it.
John has fallen downstairs on the Met Gala.
Jason Derulo?
Is that his name? Is it
Jason
Derulo.
Oh,
yeah.
God. Oh, God. And, like, oh, God, we're looking at these more accurate fucking results, and oh, boy. It's tight, folks. Don't fucking listen to the Boston Globe. They're a fucking shit rag.
I mean, for the most part, yeah.
Yeah, Joe agrees with me.
They do these things where they have, like, these kind of, like, essay arguments of, like, 2 weeks ago, they had a thing, or may have been a couple more weeks earlier than that, where it's like, should public sector workers have the right to strike in Massachusetts? And you had this really great Erica Uderhoven, who is a TSA member and a state representative, and is quite based, wrote a piece arguing in favor of public sector workers being able to strike. And it was a very great and compelling argument. And then, arguing against was this piece of shit former elected in, like, the Boston area being like,
well, no, because, like, it affects, like, the parents, and then we have to deal with the parents.
It's like, dude, quit being a piece of shit. But these kind of things are published in the Globe being like, oh, yes, these are both, like, measured, considered opinions, and we should publish both of them. As if they're both completely acceptable takes.
I like that meme that on one side it's like a Nazi, and they have a sign and it says die. And then on the other side, it's someone that has a sign that says no. And then there's the guy that's like, compromise?
That's just German for the Bart the.
Yeah, the Bart the.
That's basically the Globe in one meme.
Just want to give some updated results of the election. We have a very unofficial Google Doc here. It says,
why are you sharing them then?
Because fucking... Okay.
Real-time results!
Real-time results, that's why. 31% for Wu and 30% for Sabi George. Everybody else looks like they're low enough to not really matter, so... It's neck and neck, folks. Let's hope our girl makes it Wu train.
That's kind of funny, actually, that like
low
Kim Janey...
matter.
Usually people just vote for like a name that they recognize, and since Kim Janey is currently the mayor, like you'd think that people would just be like, oh, I know that name.
You know, honestly, from all of the radio ads I've been getting about Asabi George, that doesn't really surprise me, because I didn't hear a single ad for Kim Janey.
Oh, I saw a bunch of them. Not on TV. I don't watch TV, but on the YouTubes.
Oh, I'm usually listening to the radio at work.
Yeah, because you're fucking 120 years old, Joe. But you're also like 15, so...
Well, that's because I'm sitting in a car and I don't have much else to do.
Yeah, excuses. That's all you ever give me, Joe. You just...
Good at that. What can I say?
You're just... Anyway, I don't give a shit about AOC's dress. I think she is a lib.
I don't give a fuck. Fuck!
That's how I feel about that.
It's weak sauce to me. I don't really give a fuck. Anyways, Epoch.
Your neighbors are starving, and AOC is wearing a dress.
Ahead a little bit.
And Michelle Wu
is wearing a dress.
And Hassan Piker showed up in a fucking his
Blast
Make the Rich Play shirt.
Clan.
Hey, shirt, sorry. Make the Rich Play video games with me. Was that Claire Delavive who showed up in the Peg the Patriarchy?
Yes, that
was
That was Delavive who showed up in that.
I don't know. I like her. She's fine.
Honestly, what I was going to say, the thing, for some reason, that just made me think of, it's Lil' Kim. When she showed up to, like, the red carpet with her titty hanging out.
Oh.
I feel like that was more of, like, a shock to the system than a tax the rich dress.
I also want to highlight the theme at the Met Gala this year was American fashion.
How is that a theme?
I don't know what that means. I mean, it was better than the year that they did camp and everybody showed up, like, not in campy dresses. Like, if you go to the Met Gala in, like, expensive...
I didn't even know the Met Gala existed
because it becomes
until
a
this
fucking
year.
huge deal on Twitter every year. I have to read this shit, dude. I'm more of a culturalist than I am anything else. I try to keep up with
That's true. All right, I'll give you your...
Try to keep up with this shit.
It's a sphere of
Culture away,
influence.
bro.
It's my fucking... What do they call that shit?
This is my life, Dad.
It's my wheelhouse, motherfucker.
It's his specialty.
Accept me for who I am.
Anywho, the whole point I was going to make is that the year they did camp, everybody showed up in these expensive dresses that were like just fucking stupid looking, and it's like that's tacky. That's not campy. Campy would be like if you showed up in like your fucking like underwear to the Met Gala. Like that's campy. Campy is to subvert good taste. And if you're just showing up in an expensive dress that just looks bad, like you're still doing what the fuck? You're still spending all this money. You're still like you didn't get it. I'm sorry. Bad taste is like when you like fucking crucify the lead character from Cyborg at the midpoint of that movie. That's bad taste. Okay. Anyways,
Show up in a Jason X.
Watch his films. They're very good.
Mask with like show tunes playing out of his
exactly.
radio.
That's camp with your balls out. That would be camp. Like something that would genuinely offend people who like believed in like the values of good taste. Like that's what camp is. Anyways, Janice,
assless chaps, but with like a huge dildo.
Yeah. The person who showed up
already
dressed as
in
the
your
Wicked
ass.
poster, that was correct. Like, the Met Gala would never show Wicked, so anyways.
Or fuck it, just show up with the dildo outside of your ass, and then leave with it in your ass.
I do have to say that Elliot Page looked very good, so we can celebrate.
Oh yeah, I saw that
we
picture.
can celebrate
yeah.
some things, so.
Yeah, right on.
I thought the sleeves on the sleeves ran a little bit long, but it's not really nothing.
Shut up, Jesus! Love you, Joe. But no, okay.
Do we have other news?
No.
There's a recall election for like the governor of California, but I don't care.
Fuck that.
I have to pull up the numbers. I just don't.
God damn it, Gavin Newsom. I have to look.
He's
up
a
this
dipshit.
asshole. Yeah, I have to look up this asshole. Live results. CNN gives a shit. Of course they do.
Look up his asshole.
Look up his
like
asshole.
A flashlight.
Oh, there's no fucking. Oh, it's what 7:30 in California right now. So
yeah, 7:25.
You know how some people have like a prominent butt chin? I think Aaron Eckert has
Jay Leno?
a legit butthole chin.
Crimson chin.
He has like an asshole in his face.
Who? Jared Leto?
No, Aaron Eckert.
Oh, Aaron Eckert. Yeah, no, he does. He has really. Yeah. So does Gerard Butler.
There's like both lobes. And the hole. It's unbelievable.
Two-Face got a butt face.
If I ever need
You
to come
mean
to
to tell
someone
me there's
asking
a
about
dog who
prominent
can
butt
talk?
cheeks, I know
I
who to
believe
find.
it.
The fuck was that? Anyways, Darmok.
Yes.
What's up?
How you doing?
You got a thing?
Like me? Yeah, I got a thing.
You got a thing?
I got a
Is
thing.
it more exciting than Fat Bears?
No. Oh, I can just do it in here now, huh? Because it actually works. Ha ha ha! Great. I decided to just kind of stick with the theme we'll do like Bear Month this week.
Bear
this
month. Oh yeah.
Bear Month on
It's a comment,
shit that you
folks.
can't make up.
Fat Bear Week. Joe, what the fuck bullshit do you have to say about Fat Bear Week?
I have nothing to say about it.
What can one say? It is what it is, and it is magnificent in its own right. This is a bear who likes to hang out on this guy's couch in Colorado on the back porch of his house. It would be funnier if it was just this one bear who randomly shows up, but apparently this guy, his name is Chris Ford, he lives in Steamboat Springs, Colorado, but he sees like 5 to 6 bears.
Oh, that's a lot of bears. That is
per
a
night.
Distressing amount of bears, my boy. Anyways.
Very large amount of bears. And one of them really likes this guy's couch, apparently. There's not a whole lot else here. It's
Bears!
just this bear. What adjustment was that? That was great.
That was Eagle AI. This is aphonic. I don't know if it sounds good.
No.
Alright.
Fucking go back to evil AI.
Yes.
Alright, I don't like the background noise, so turn it down a little bit. But talk about the fucking bears!
This guy says that he doesn't leave food outside, he doesn't leave garbage outside, and every night he brings in his hummingbird feeder, and yet his backyard is just full of bears. And this one bear lies on his couch for half an hour to an hour. Wait, let me see. What did he say? I don't know. Yep. Not as great as Fat Bear Week, but
that is a story.
I'm gonna have to stop.
We gotta love them bears
because I'm not as good at it as Ellie.
Oh, come on!
Oh, stop! Don't come on.
That's a lazy out.
Maybe it was just a bad crop.
Come
of
on! Motherfucking bears. We love them, don't we? Fat, skinny, short or tall. We love them bears. We love them all. That's all I gotta say.
Okay, Dr.
I haven't really had a theme this episode. Wanted to bitch. Bitchy. Yeah. Well, let's have a little short one. My name is Scott.
His name is
You can
Scott.
find me on the internet in various places. What the
Everywhere.
Everywhere. I've disseminated so widely.
He's like
you may find me anywhere. You may.
like a
It's,
slime
I am the
mold.
Lawnmower Man. I am Jeff Fahey from the Lawnmower.
colonizing all the corners of the
the E-sphere.
Sphere.
You can also find me on SoundCloud and Bandcamp at Sweaty Wife. You can find me on all those, actually, those fucking, the Twitter, the Instagram, and the Letterboxd, because I watch a lot of films. It's the holiday season. What is fucking Jesse saying under me? I don't know.
It's a lot of films.
It's a holiday.
It's a holiday, apparently. What? What? Shut up, Joe.
What holiday
kidding.
is this?
What holiday is what?
Holiday.
It's a fucking 9/11. That's a holiday.
I was very confused. It's a holiday
It's not
season. I'm like, there's a holiday.
It's
9/14. Today's 9/14.
Oh shit! Woo keeps pulling ahead. I just want to say it's very unofficial today. Da 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 da. But it's more close than the Boston Globe, so who cares? Da da da. It's more in real time. So that's why I appreciate it.
I do have to say, I think seeing the Elizabeth Warren endorsement made me want to vote for her less. But I think that's probably not true. Probably not true for other people. So.
Yeah,
that's what I said last week.
Yeah, that is what Joe.
I just fucking hate the way that she talks. It's
she
the most disingenuous sounding.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth Warren, and I think you should really vote for Michelle Wu.
She sounds like Mickey Mouse.
I think you called me a liar on national TV.
That's her voice.
I think you called me a liar on national TV.
I can just hear like the angle
You
at
called me a
which
liar on national TV.
at which her head is tilted while she's saying that. She's
I
got
think
the head
you
tilt.
called me a liar on national TV. I think you called me a liar. Ah! Ah!
I don't want to know. I just want to say hi, Bernie.
Ah!
Listen to the
I think you called me a liar on national TV.
for nuanced commentary.
Holby, I think you called me a liar.
I think you called me a liar.
It does sound like Mickey Mouse.
I think you called me a liar on national TV.
Oh, fuck that woman. Anyways, let's hope we replace her.
I need you to go to the store and get some eggs. I do
Holy, vote for the Woo Train.
Honestly, Jesse's impression kind of
totally a lip.
Woo.
Even though Jesse's impression kind of makes her sound like Marge Simpson.
Exactly.
Oh my God, Joe! Fuck you! God damn it!
That's where that. Yeah. Anyway, Joe, you should go.
Yeah. Or why not you?
Do your thing. I don't know. Joe,
You should go. I lost it. I don't know.
I made you some homemade Pepsi for the dance. It's a little thick, but the price is right.
Yes.
So, yeah, I'm Joe. Well, I mean, you can find me, but I'm not really there.
He is false. He is a mere
not
projection of
really there.
himself.
It's not worth the effort.
Don't do it, homie.
God damn it.
Don't you eat
This is not gonna fucking stop being enjoyable anytime soon. God damn it.
You're welcome.
Well, Joe, do you want to give us your Twitter handles and shit anyway?
I mean, I guess. If I have to.
He guesses, folks.
You can find me on Twitter at JLFB96. Yeah, that's about it.
That's about it.
That was incredibly enthusiastic, good sir. Anyways, Jesus, Janice. I'm playing.
So the way that other people or systems would say it basically is I am Chava of the Janus system. But whatever, I don't know. Fuck you, this is who I am.
Tanagra. His eyes uncovered.
I'm sorry, what did you just yell at me?
You can call me Janus,
I'm
you can
kidding.
call me Chava.
God damn it.
Big Hugh Janus.
Big Hugh Janus.
Huey J.
I know, but sometimes the filter of understanding what you say doesn't get turned on before I yell something back.
No, it's fine.
It's just a fact of life. Anyway.
It's very entertaining.
Yeah.
I feel like you do that a lot.
When in...
It's time to listen to the E5.
I don't think Marge would listen to us. She'd find us too vulgar.
Yeah, no, she wouldn't.
You're too vulgar.
Bart. No, Bart wouldn't even listen to us. He would think we were dorks.
What the hell is
Yeah.
this?
Lisa would listen to us secretly.
No, she wouldn't. She would, because well...
Yeah,
Maggie
she
would listen to us for sure.
Yeah, she's
Maggie
the communist
would
in
be a
the
big fan.
family. The Bears would listen to us. Krang
Yeah.
and Kotis would listen to us. That's all I mean.
Yeah, Kangaroos would be they'd be in our Discord.
This is gonna be so much fun to edit. I can tell.
At least it's short.
Anyway,
I mean,
if there's somebody in your life that you don't talk to anymore,
And I'm Jesse.
Only he's Jesse.
I'm
Jesse. Oh yeah,
Okay, fine. I
Janice
don't even
isn't
care.
done.
I
We
don't even
apologize.
care.
Chava isn't done. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, my love.
Thank you. It's fine.
Chava.
Both are accurate. Yeah, no, if you got somebody that you don't talk to anymore and you want to know how they're doing, or somebody you do talk to but you can't talk to them very deeply or whatever, you want to get stuff you want to know but you can't ask them, go on over to readingsbychava.com and I will find them for you if you give me some...
Angelad and Tanagra. His eyes uncovered.
Go to that. Mm-hmm.
You give
That's
me-
the full URL. That's what it's called. You have to put some reference to that on the website. I'm just saying.
Sure. That's also, you can also email me at darmok@extralud@gmail.com. That's also an
Wait,
acceptable
can
way.
we make jihad jokes again? It's been 3 days.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just do
Since
it.
what? 9/11?
Yes.
I didn't realize there was a grace period.
Well, technically it's 23 years, but yeah, no, go ahead.
Yeah, who's counting?
Yeah.
Well,
George
I mean,
Bush
fuck, you wouldn't
was-
know if you watch TV lately. We're fucking reliving it second by second, over and over and over again.
TV sucks.
Jet fuel doesn't melt steel beams, and
That took out all 20 years ago.
the war on tire and nuclear.
You're not
film
with us.
Loose Change. What a film.
You're with the terrorist.
I remember that was one of the first movies I ever reviewed online. I had a live journal at the time. Sorry.
And he's Jesse. Wait, sorry.
Marge, he's no. What?
Readings.com. CHAVA. Thank you. Sorry.
It's gonna sound terrible in post. You split so hard. And I'm Jesse. And you can find my music on soundcloud.com/contingence Boston. Remember to hit up comrade-rosie.org. Choose the Getting Involved tab. Select one of our mutual aid groups to donate your time, labor, and or money to, because people really need your help right now. And the DSA National Platform is coming out between episodes. In the main feed, we released 1 of 4, I believe, for non-patrons. At basically at the exact same time we released the most recent episode, so very few people are probably going to listen to it, but it'll be cranking out. It'll be cranking out,
just like you're cranking that
Soldier Boy.
You crank out anything. You can crank out anything, folks. We hope you voted. We hope you followed your conscience and the best advice that we could give you and said vote for Woo.
Screw your conscience, just vote for Woo.
Yeah.
Vote for
you know
Woo.
that gut feeling you get when you just got to do something? Yeah. Fuck that feeling and vote for Michelle Wu.
Fuck that feeling.
You know, like when something just feels right and it's just would go against every fiber of your being to not do it.
Do it anyway.
Disregard that and vote for Michelle Wu.
Embrace your lack of impulse.
I mean, the polls have been closed for
like
almost 3 hours now, so like you can't now.
There's another election coming up. There's another one coming up. So you have another opportunity.
Yeah.
Get in a time machine. And go back in time.
Come on, Doc Brown. You can fucking do it, you fucking loser. Anyways. That is a sound called Enemy Death.
Oh, I thought that was Eddie Redmayne.
Oh, Eddie Redmayne? Oh, okay.
It's not him yelling. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, we love him. And
yeah.
Jupiter
That
Ascending,
sounds like-
Matrix 4. We love them. We love these films. Not the Matrix 4 yet. We haven't seen it. But it'll probably not be liked upon release, and then in 5 years, people will give it a reprisal and say they love it. As was the flavor at the time. Anyways.
Wait. I forgot. When I don't have anything spicy, I gotta give a Slam album recommendation.
Oh yeah, do it.
I Am Become Death.
And my recommendation for... Hold on a sec. Hold on.
We're still waiting.
Hold on. Oh, fuck, I should have prepared for this.
Incredulity.
I don't know why, but I'm now trying to imagine like.
And my recommendation for the week is Extirpation Paradigms by the band Traumatomy.
That's good.
That means surgery to remove your trauma. That sounds pretty cool.
That sounds pretty cool. That does sound cool. I like that. Anyways,
they are from Russia, so they're heavy as fuck. It's just a 1-to-1 correlation.
It sounds awesome. To piggyback on that theme, I don't review movies anymore, but you should watch Malignant. It's fucked up and weird. It's good. It's a good movie. It's fucking strange as fuck. Pretty sure it's fully self-aware of everything it's doing. So, anyways, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, but more importantly, Patreon at Epic Incredulity, where you can get all our bonus material and access to the Discord, baby, where we will let you in on some fun conversations. We haven't yet. I think that's harassment. Can't necessarily offer that over the Patreon platform. So that's okay.
Whatever.
You know, we're also on TikTok and Clapper. Watch our videos on YouTube. Give us kisses, little kisses.
I think you called me a liar on national TV.
Well, fuck you too. Remember. But bear though. Oh, the tank though. Oh, I've been walking embarrassment, my gosh. Anyways,
you're my walking embarrassment.
But
mine too.
I'm a walking contradiction. That's Green Day.
I mean, it's really more like a dialectic.
It's not. Isn't that Sum 41?
No, walking contradiction was Green Day.
Yeah.
we would just want to leave you with 80% or 80, excuse me, with 80 of the 255.
With 80 HD.
Oh, I don't know. That doesn't really work. Owl, whatever. Anyways, but with 80 of the 255 precincts in Massachusetts reporting, we're still leading at 31%. Asabi George is behind at 29.29%. Campbell 19. Jamie
God
15.
Damn. I am.
Keep your fingers
not
crossed.
Not going to get excited.
Yeah, do whatever you want.
I prefer to be dead inside, and then I can just stay that way.
Yeah.
But if I
it's
were,
likely it's all fucked anyways. Yeah.
If I were the cautiously optimistic type, I would be feeling my oats right now.
I'm feeling my oats, baby. I don't know, but Tank Doe. And that's your epoch, folks. Good night. This is called Feeling Blue. It's appropriate. I'm sorry.
It's appropriate, but still funny. You forget I find humor in most things.
Thank you, Joe.
Joe, stop talking. I'm enjoying this.
Yes! It's really soothing. That's the epoch, folks. I hope you don't go home too sad tonight.
Oh. Michelle Wu confident she will advance in Boston's mayoral race.
Oh. Well, we like to hear it. Maybe put a little cautious smile on your face tonight. Boston would hope. Yeah. God damn it, dude. End the recording. Come on.